Sup fans, welcome back to my channel and happy 4th of July or happy belated 4th of July whenever I upload this video. So today, this is kind of not really a first, but then again, I want to do like a nice franchise review of, well, my horror film, my favorite film of all time, Jaws. I'm going to be quickly covering the first one because I've already covered it before. I'll leave a little title cut up here. I already covered it before, but this is like years ago during the anniversary. So next year is going to be the 50th anniversary, but then again, why not cover them right now? So, hey, and also it's summer. Why not enjoy a day out to the beach? So today we're going to be, in a way, doing some nice bite-sized franchise reviews of the Jaws franchise coming up right now, and I hope you guys enjoy the show. All right, guys, quiet on set. Scene one, take one. Action. Boom. Now, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you share with your friends, and also hit that bell for notifications because, well, it helps the channel a lot. And if you're new here, welcome, sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. All right, so yeah, we're gonna be doing I'll be showing you all these posters and all that stuff. There's gonna be some franchise reviews that I'm gonna be instead of using posters that I got from Google, I'll be using my physical media. So, but right now, I just want to do the posters for this one. So it's only 4 movies. So yeah, we're gonna be quickly covering the first one because it's already I already covered it in my channel a long time ago, and so I might be repeating myself here. And also 2 has been covered multiple times for many people. So this is not much new I can bring to the table, but this is just my quick little thoughts on that. But mostly I'll be covering the sequels. So yeah, we're just gonna be first things first. We're gonna be going with Jaws. All I gotta say is that it's a classic, but before that, we're gonna go with the plot. Chief Brody discovers that there's a shark out there, and well, then again, Mayor Vaughn doesn't want to close the beaches because, hey, it's the 4th of July. The town at Amity gets summer dollars, man, and they want to keep the beaches open. Well, hey, you know, too bad Bruce is out there killing people, so they witness that. So they hire Quint, played by Robert Shaw, to go in there, and him and Richard Dreyfuss, Matt Hooper, played by Richard Dreyfuss, and and also Roy Scheider plays Chief Brody. I'm going all over the place, but then again, whatever, man. Hey, I also get excited when I talk about Jaws, actually, even though this is a quick review of it. Spoilers, also. Would they go out and venture and try to, well, kill the shark, Bruce? So that is the plot synopsis. Here's the review, man. What more can I say about this movie? It is my favorite movie of all time. Actually, I think this is when it comes to because I remember I was either 4 or 5 years old. I had the first memory of a film, the earliest memory from film is me watching Jaws on Telemundo. I just remember the climax where the shark Bruce just blows up. And man, this movie, I have this on VHS, I say, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, and hopefully Universal re-releases it on 4K with the mono track restored. Man, what more I can say that not many that others have said? What more can I add? Well, let's just say that this movie, I gotta say this, rewatching it, especially with the 4K transfer, this movie is so well shot that it looks timeless. Because there are moments where this movie you could tell this was shot in 1975, but then again, especially around the 3rd act, when Quint, Chef Brody and Hooper, they're out there to get Bruce, and the water looks 3-dimensional. This movie looks so modern. Or am I just crazy? Am I crazy? Because this movie looks very modern too. Some scenes, they were shot for 1970. They look like they're from 1975, but then again, a lot of the times, or I'd say most of this film looks like it was shot like yesterday. Such a beautiful looking movie, and I still get amazed by that. And also John Williams' score. I remember one time, this was slowly becoming my second favorite the more I was watching more and more films as I was growing up. But then again, no, one time I was watching the movie and John Williams' score kicks in. I was like, nah, this movie's my favorite. It reminds me why it's my favorite, because the score is awesome. It's scary around the first half of the film, but then it becomes adventurous throughout. I love that the tone switches near the end of the movie, but then again, it's still a scary movie at the end of the day. And again, I know that the Bruce the Shark kept breaking down, but man, when Bruce is not shown on screen, I think he's even scarier. And yeah, she looks fake in some areas, but I gotta say, Bruce is the best looking mechanical shark we got, because the sequels, they got worse and worse and worse in my opinion. Oh. Actually, I don't think I'm alone on that one. But man, and the performances by Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, and Richard Dreyfuss. Even, man, Lorraine Gary, she's really good there too. Everybody, the mayor, Mayor Vaughn, he's amazing. Everybody does a great performance. Even though even like they got locals from Martha's Vineyard to play characters, especially it was a local. I forgot who the actor's name was, but he also plays Ben Gardner. Man, that guy was awesome. He has little screen time, especially he's famous for that jump scare. Man, he left an impact in the screen for me at least. Man, it was so good. And everybody performing the acting is good, but then again, man, like Robert Shaw, man, he chews his scene up, man. He creates classic scenes in cinema history, but man, he chews the scene. When he's on screen, he chews it up, man. Yeah, that guy is awesome. Roy Scheider is phenomenal, man. I actually kind of relate to Roy Scheider sometimes when it comes to his monotone acting. Sometimes, I don't think it's monotone, monotone acting, but it was more like, more natural acting. Here, I like that the acting is also monotone, but in a good way, like more natural acting. But he kind of acts awkward sometimes, which is kind of funny in some of the scenes, and I kind of relate to that because I'm kind of an amnivert, as they call, like an introvert, but most of the time I can be an extrovert. But I kind of relate to Brody that when it comes to his social skills here, a bit, because especially when he's with the three of them, it's always Hooper and freaking and Quint that are just talking. I know that because they got tension going on, but then again, even if Brody's talking, it's always those two talking mostly. And I'm always when it comes to conversation, I'm always the guy that's just listening, just like how Brody's listening. So I like that chemistry between the three of them. The highlights the three of them with the performances, man. The characters are just so good, man. And I just love that Brody's arc goes from him overcoming his fear of water, especially when he has to fight the shark at the end. Man, but not much I can say. This is as far as I can talk about this movie. The cinematography is good, the acting is good, the music's good, and just again, Bruce not showing up till halfway. It is phenomenal, and it's still, in my opinion, the best movie ever made, and that's why a lot of people say it's the best movie ever made, or just people will say it's a classic. So not much I can say. So I'll give Jaws a 5 out of 5. I already covered it before, but man, oh man, I would love to do a video essay on this one day. Right now, let's get on to Jaws 2. So, Roy Scheider comes back as Sheriff Brody. Sheriff, there you go. Sheriff. I keep saying Chief. Oh, no. Oh, Chef Brody. Well, it's Chief Brody or Sheriff Brody. So, it's still Brody. Martin Brody. He comes back and he just finds out that there's another shark out there attacking, killing people and all that stuff. And also, this shark has a scar on his face because it gets burnt. So, that is my plot synopsis. Now let's get into the review. This is the first time I'm covering Jaws 2, and I gotta say, out of all the sequels, this is the best one. But I also really love Jaws 2. There are some things of course it is lesser. It's not necessary. You don't need a sequel, but man, if you're gonna make a sequel, I say this is how you should do it. Go bigger and go bigger, go crazy. And if there's basically my biggest issue with the movie is that, it's a movie it feels a bit too similar, or not just, it just feels similar to the first one. And also you don't get much Chief Brody here. It's mostly on this new cast. But then again, I gotta say, I like the new cast. Actually, my least favorite is Michael, Chief Brody's son. Michael's his oldest son. He's boring. I really think he's boring as hell. His love interest is cute. But no, but I actually quite like the new teenagers. They're really nice. I like them, and also I like during the climax of the film, they are getting stranded in the middle of the ocean. Man, I think their acting it gets way better there. So no, I really like the characters. They're very charming and all that stuff. And actually, I think they're very human in a way. It's really cool. Mayor Vaughn, his son is there. He can be a douche. He's actually a douchebag, but he can actually show his human side in the scenes a bit when it's around the third act. So I'm actually one of those people that actually quite like the teenagers, even though they're least interesting they're very generic compared to Chief Brody. And I gotta say, speaking of Chief Brody, once again, Roy Scheider kills it in this movie. Man, you could clearly tell that Roy Scheider didn't want to be there, but he still gave it his all and all that stuff. I love this scene when he shows people the photograph from the first shark attack we see in the first movie. We show the photograph that he's showing that it's a shark's eye. Man, damn, he was so good in that scene. That scene when he was telling everybody off there, it is so good. And it's a shame that they have a deleted scene where everybody was voting to fire Chief Brody, but everybody was doing a little vote and behind his little vote. And there's this scene here, everybody was raising a hand for who are supporting that, but the only one that's not raised his hand, and he's like, oh, and they actually ask, all oppose. And there's a scene where Mayor Vaughn raises his hand because he knows, man. And also that I think he even sees Brody as his friend too, not just as his this guy that takes care of the town. He actually cares about Chief Brody, but unfortunately, you know, it's many against one. And he knows he doesn't want another freaking problem again, another controversy, but unfortunately that's what happens. And I gotta say, the shark is brutal as fuck in this movie, man. Oh my god, this shark is a quintessential slasher villain. And the effects are still very good. I think they brought they brought Joel Albus back to do the special effects. It was either the first one, and he also did the third one too. He was a director, actually. He directed the Jaws 3. So they brought him back, and the mechanical shark still looks good here. It looks a little cheap in some areas, actually. But no, the shark still looks good, and the design is good. I like that it's got a scar, so that is very good. John Williams comes back. The score is actually pretty good. He still got it. It's very good. A new score at the same, also repeating some tunes from the first one, but also a new score at the same time, especially the opening credits, man. I love the opening credits. Man, oh man, cinematography is beautiful and all that stuff, man. I say that the writing's also pretty decent here too. I actually think it's pretty good. It's just that, yeah, I think my biggest issue with Jaws 2 is that there's just way too many characters here for us to kind of care about. But then again, I know it's not like I'm contradicting myself, but then again, at the same time, I like the characters, but I think I'm just saying this because not many people are fans of all those characters. But I'm not. I mean, I could be wrong here. So this is just more for like me thinking about how others people's criticism of this film. But I feel like that is like a criticism that I do see. But in my opinion, I love Jaws 2. I like the characters. I gotta say, I like the characters. I really dug them. I love Chief Brody. I love Roy Scheider in this film. Man, people who came back from the first one is here. It's just great. Murray Hamilton, yeah, he plays Mayor Vaughn. I keep forgetting his name, but Murray Hamilton, he's just awesome in this one. He's just as awesome as this one as he is in the first one, man. This is freaking awesome, man. This movie, I gotta say, it's pretty awesome. Not much I can say. Then again, a lot of people covered Jaws 2, but yeah, I quite enjoyed Jaws 2. It's a awesome sequel. Is it as good as the first? No. But you know what? I think it's a worthy follow-up. So with that, I'll give Jaws 2 a 4 out of 5. All right, now let's get on to Jaws 3D. So Martin's son, Michael, works at SeaWorld with his girlfriend, and well, they encounter a baby shark, a great white shark, and then they capture it, but then it dies, and then its mama shark, who is actually snuck inside the park, is after them. And yeah, terror assumes at SeaWorld. So that is my plot synopsis. Now let's get on to the review. Oh yeah, Louis Gossett Jr. is in this movie, and he's actually, the best performer in this film. So yeah, Jaws 3 in 3D. I would say this movie is so bad, it's fun. I actually have a soft spot for Jaws 3. I actually rented this tape as a kid, and I even freaked out from those terrible Jaws 3D effects. It is fucking crazy. Yeah, let's just get the elephant out the room. The effects are ass. I gotta say, the female shark here, the new shark here, some of her practical effects are like ass. Of course, the infamous floating 3D effect of her like crashing at the screen. Yeah. But you know what? I laugh my ass off at a lot of the effects. I don't think they're just, they're cringe. But then again, I gotta say, I have fun. I don't go like, terrible. I don't shrug it off. I actually have fun pointing and laughing at this. And man, the effects are just terrible. But you know what? I dug them. I dug them at the same time, man. This movie's actually it's fun. Dennis Quaid, I gotta say, I think he's the worst actor in this movie. I gotta say, Dennis Quaid, you could tell that dude is not interested in being in this movie. So yeah, Dennis Quaid plays Michael Brody. Yeah, and also his little brother Sean comes in, and he has his fear of water, which understandable, but then again, he kind of overcame that fear in Jaws 2 in a way. I don't really know. Oh, but also Leah Thompson's in this movie, so I think this was before she did Back to the Future, so that was cool. But I gotta say, so speaking of that, I'm going to talk about the performance. They're all like, okay. Well, Dennis Quaid was boring as hell. The guy that plays Sean, he was kind of boring. Actually, no, I think it was more interesting than Michael. Leah Thompson, I think she's pretty cute. She's very cute in this one. Michael's girlfriend, she's actually pretty cool. I like her. I like her character. She's actually the one that's more three-dimensional compared to Michael. And Louis Gossett Jr. Oh, I gotta say, he steals it. And the guy that they brought in to be that Australian, like, freaking Crocodile Dundee type of dude, he was pretty funny. He was actually fun. Actually, like, he got a lot of charisma on the screen. Actually. Cinematography, I gotta say, the cinematography is in a way still on point, but then again, it's softer because it was shot with 3D stereoscopic or just 3D cameras, and it kind of creates a kind of a blur because this was meant to be enjoyed in 3D. So without 3D, if you watch the movie on 2D, well, you're not really gonna get the full enjoyment out of this. But the cinematography at the same time is pretty good. The music score is pretty good too. I actually quite like the music in this one, so it's actually pretty cool. But then again, that's also another problem I have with this movie. This movie is very slow paced compared to like the other ones. Because at least with the Jaws 1 and 2, at least in my opinion, kept me interested from the first two acts until everything goes down. With this one, the characters are a bit, one-dimensional most of the time here. Excuse me. And just when everything goes down at SeaWorld, yeah, it takes a while, man. For me, it takes a while. But then again, it's been a while since I've seen Jaws 3, but I still remember this movie in my head. But I just need to, if I were to watch a movie right now, probably, I did pre-order the 4K. If I pretty much reviewed, if I were to watch the movie right now, I might change opinion on that. But still, yeah, it's a bit slow paced in my opinion with this one. Not as slower paced as 4, but I don't know. Actually, no. I think this is in my opinion, I think the most boring out of the 4 movies. But yeah, and the kills are they're pretty decent. I mean, of course, the Australian guy that gets chomped to death, that she nearly swallowed his ass. I think, yeah, his name is Philip, man. That guy, that is actually, in my opinion, the best kill of the film. Yeah. All right, so now I'm just gonna wrap it up here. So not much I can say right now. I mean, this movie's been talked to death and better, in my opinion, from others. Not to put down my opinion, but still, other people have covered it down and did awesome essays, actually. So with that, I would actually give Jaws 3, you know what? Since I still enjoy this film, I would give it a 3 out of 5 because I still enjoy this movie, even though it's slow paced. Actually, no, 3 out of 5. I still think at the end of the day, it's a solid movie despite being slow paced. But then again, the more I think about it right now, the more I'm just like, it's more of a nitpick. And it is the most boring, but then again, I still overall enjoy this movie because a lot of the effects are just fun, even though they're terrible, they're fun. And even like there's some decent performances here and there throughout the movie to keep me interested. So I still dug this. And also the SeaWorld concept, I think is brilliant, to be honest. And the 3D, yeah, the 3D is hit or miss. But if it but I heard if people who actually saw it in 3D, it's actually more fun to watch it. So yeah. All right, now let's finally get on to the last one, which is Jaws: Revenge. So Lorraine Gary, yeah, she comes back. Not Roy Scheider. So basically, Roy Scheider, Martin Brody, gets killed off screen, dies from a heart attack from the fear of the shark. That's fucking stupid. So this is Mrs. Brody coming in. She's the main character now. Michael Caine's in it. And Jimmy from Halloween 2, he plays Michael this time. So they got a new actor to play Michael. So basically the story is that Sean gets killed by a shark. So, and Mrs. Brody thinks is either, I don't know if it's the same shark or it's like a different shark that's trying to kill them. So the funeral is held, Michael visits her at Amity, and then like they freaking fly from Amity just to get away from things and to have a good Christmas with his mom. They fly from Amity to the Bahamas to enjoy a good holiday. Unfortunately, somehow the shark follows them from Amity Island to the Bahamas. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so that was my plot synopsis. Now I was going to review. Ooh, boy, let me say that. Where do I start? I think this one might be a bit more all over the place compared to the first 3. Let me just say some of the positives here. Again, cinematography is pretty decent. It's actually pretty decent here, and I gotta say, Mario V. Peebles, I don't know how you. I don't want to butcher his name. Mario V. Pebbles. He was actually pretty fun. I like seeing Mario V. Pebbles. And the actor that's Jimmy from Halloween 2 that plays Michael Brody this time, actually I liked him more here than Dennis Quaid here. You know, he's got more energy here. And Lorraine Gary she's still fun to watch. She wasn't a big major character in the first two, but you know, she's still fun to watch. Michael Caine, actually no, he's the best character in this movie. You know, he's really fun. Okay, so with that, yeah, let's get on to the bad. This movie is, where do I start? The writing. I cannot make this up. How the fuck did the fucking sharks follow them from Amity Island to to Bahamas? Like, oh my god. And just the whole thing where like, Martin Brody, the same Martin Brody here, died from a heart attack from the fear of the shark? No, really, I'm still trying to process that. Like, how? Or maybe he died of a heart attack, but then again, she probably thought of that. I don't know, ever since Sean died, she doesn't, I don't want my family to go in the water, blah, 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 and then... Yeah, no, it's that's stupid how they killed him up, but it's just because Rorschach did not want him to come back, and they wanted to, like, well, you know, at least acknowledge him, which, holy shit. Or maybe, you know what, why not, you should have not have included the Brodies, why not just have a new family in, you know, but then again, it wouldn't be called The Revenge, because the title, it does say true to its word, The Revenge, Jaws of Revenge. This shark is going after the Brodies for killing the first people or some shit, or probably it's the first shark, is Bruce from the first movie coming back to get him? I don't want to... It didn't explain it, but people say, oh, it's explained in the novelization. But then again, I'm like, that's the novelization. I get it, but then again, it's like, oh, because, oh, like a witch, you know, voodoo and all that stuff with them. I don't know what happened, so whatever. But I kind of don't want to go with the novelization. I want to go with what's on the movie. Outside stuff, I don't think I want to count it here, because it's like, what the fuck? You could have explained it in a couple of things, but this is the best they can... This is the best they got come up with. All right. Some of the sexual scenes, they're kind of funny and gratuitous at the same time. Yeah, the writing is so bad, but it's hilarious though. Yeah. Let me just get what the worst part is. The special effects are awful, man. This is the worst the sharks ever looked. You can see the mechanical wires. It's when it was chasing Michael down there at the sea and everything like that. You can see the wires. Especially if you watch the crop, the full screen version, or like some broadcast versions. There are moments where you see the crane that moves the shark. I am not kidding. I wish I was kidding. That's why, like, there are some, even though I kind of like the cinematography, there are some scenes where it's awkwardly shot. Like, there's a scene where the shark's moving and there's so much space up here. That's because they're freaking covering some of the mechanical things from the bottom of the frame. That is just crazy. Oh, shit. The shark is like, it barely moves his jaw. That's just fun. And also when it's like chomping, it looks like a very fake ass puppet, man. It looks awful, man. And this shark is just, if it's going out for revenge, then why the fuck is it attacking other people? Like, holy shit, man. That's just, the logic is so stupid. And it roars at the end when they're like killing it. They're like, when they're about to kill, before they kill it, they're shocking it and it roars. Even though sharks don't have vocal cords. Okay? And once they poke it with a stick, it explodes, which I kind of assumed that maybe it's because of all the shocking and all that stuff kind of caused it to explode with the combination of the water. I don't fucking know. But in the TV extended version, they stab it and it just it dies. I saw the movie as a kid, and I remember that when I bought the DVD, when it exploded, I'm like, that's not how it happened. But then I saw that, I looked it up. Oh, it's the TV ending. So yeah, it's just crazy. And also, yeah, I gotta say, yeah, the acting is pretty bad. Yeah, and the characters are just one-dimensional. A lot of the characters are... actually... You know what? Yeah, no, I think this is... No, but I gotta say... Yeah, I know, I'm all over the place here. I gotta say, I have a lot of fun watching this. Because it's so bad, it's fucking funny. It's so bad, it keeps you entertained, especially when you bring a group of your friends here and then you guys crack a cold one or smoke a bit of that nice herb there. Man, this shit is a good time. this movie is so wow. It is so bad. It's like, you could even say, even Double Toast said they did not give a fuck when they made this movie. This movie is so lazy. I would say lazy too, but man, this is a movie where, like, I gotta say, I can't believe it exists. I am actually amazed by that in a good way, because this movie is so garbage, like literally garbage. At least with Jaws 3, there are some things where I legit enjoy and that I always love to revisit from time to time, even though it's been a while since I've seen Jaws 3. But Jaws the Revenge, man, it's a different shark, pun intended. It's a different shark, man. Holy crap. This movie is so fucking crazy. And I gotta say another thing I like about this movie is the score. It's really good. I like the score. Yeah, the theme song, so cool. But yeah, man. Oh, yeah, the movie, like the logic, man. One day I gotta do a video essay on this movie, man. Holy shit, it is just freaking amazing. This movie's fucking amazing, guys. Even this movie, in my opinion, is a piece of shit, but at the same time, it's so fun to watch. It's amazing. Holy shit, it's amazing. I have fun watching this movie. So yeah, I gotta say, this movie is so bad, it's fucking hilarious. There is, in my opinion, there's value in this movie. So with that, I would give Jaws the Revenge a 1 out of 5, but I still recommend this movie, man. Yeah, I recommend all of these movies, man. It's a fun, these are 4 fun movies to watch. It's first off, of course, the first one I recommend. If you still haven't seen it, man, I recommend that one. And also, yeah, Jaws 2. And you know what? I recommend 3 and 4, The Revenge. Holy shit. But if you can watch Jaws 3 in 3D, watch it in 3D. So, I mean, I got the 4K, it's coming with the 3D Blu-ray with it, so that's cool. And hopefully the PSVR 2 can play 3D movies, because I've heard that in the PSVR, for the PS4, it can play 3D movies. So you don't need a 3D TV, you could just put the headset on and you're good to go. So hopefully when I get the PS5 Pro, if they ever announce it soon, I'll probably get the PSVR 2, and hopefully I can see if it has a 3D. If not, you guys can let me know down in the comment sections down below. But yeah, no, I love all 3 movies in a way, or I enjoy all 3 movies. I love the first 2. I enjoyed the latter 2 still. Yeah, this is a fun franchise to watch. Yeah, so that is all the 4 movies. This is a fun franchise to look back at. You know, I mean, the first one is my favorite film of all time, but the sequels, they're worth checking out. I gotta say, the more I'm thinking about it now. So yeah, that is my review of the Jaws franchise. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you guys so much for watching my video. So let me know down in the comment section down below. Have you guys seen any of the Jaws movies, or have you watched the original and the sequels? What you guys think of them? I would love to know. Please let me know down in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your opinions on it. So this is Javi from JAVIWOOD Productions signing off, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show.